Ready to talk about what you did yesterday, last week, or last year? This lesson covers the Pretérito Indefinido in depth, the tense you'll use to tell stories and describe finished, specific actions in the past, complete with the time expressions that go along with it. Hi, I'm Andres. Welcome back to our Spanish Grammar for Beginners A1, A2 course. This is Lesson 12. For AR verbs like hablar and trabajar, hablar, hablé, hablaste, habló, hablamos, hablasteis, hablaron. Trabajar, trabajé, trabajaste, trabajó, trabajamos, trabajasteis, trabajaron. Notice the accent marks on hablé and habló. These aren't optional decoration. They actually change which syllable is stressed, and without them, the word can be confused with a different tense. For ER and IR verbs, the endings are identical for both groups. This is one place where Spanish actually simplifies things for you. Comer, comí, comiste, comió, comimos, comistes, comieron. Vivir, viví, viviste, vivió, vivimos, vivistes, vivieron. Use the pretérito indefinido for actions that are completed with a clear beginning and end point, usually paired with specific time markers like ayer, yesterday, anoche, last night, la semana pasada, last week, el año pasado, last year, hace días, 2 days ago, en 2020, in 2020. These time markers are a strong signal that you should reach for this tense rather than the present perfect or the imperfect, which we'll cover in the B1, B2 course. One quick heads up. A handful of extremely common verbs like ir, ser, hacer, and tener are also irregular in this tense. For example, fui can mean either I went or I was, depending on context. We're keeping this lesson focused on regular verbs for now, but you'll want to learn those irregular preterite forms soon after this, since they come up constantly in everyday conversation. Let's see regular preterite verbs in full context. Ayer hablé con mi jefe sobre el proyecto. Yesterday I spoke with my boss about the project. Ella comió pizza anoche con sus amigos. She ate pizza last night with her friends. Nosotros vivimos en Chile por 2 años. We lived in Chile for 2 years. Ellos viajaron a España el año pasado. They traveled to Spain last year. ¿Trabajaste el fin de semana? Did you work over the weekend? Mis padres compraron una casa nueva hace 3 meses. My parents bought a new house 3 months ago. A common point of confusion at this stage is mixing up the preterite endings between AR and ER-IR verbs, especially in the yo and EL-ELA forms, since they look similar but use different vowels, hablé versus comí, habló versus comió. Saying them out loud repeatedly, in pairs, really helps the difference stick in your ear rather than just on paper. One more lesson to go. In our final video of this course, we'll learn how to talk about the future in Spanish. See you there!